I started building my own businesses when I was like 23 years old. I worked in technology and I was always interested in what's next. More advanced multi-service systems. Then when things moved to mobile, I made one of the first CRMs before Salesforce.
To kick it off, would love to learn a little bit more about yourself and your background. Maybe you can tell us a bit about your story. Everyone in the space has a very interesting story when it comes to how they got into Web3, given how young of an industry it is. So, would love to know what's your background, what kind of drove you into the space, and what inspired you?
Sure, I'm probably one of the older guys in crypto, but the thing is, the main thing that differentiates me, I guess, is that I love tech, always have. I started building my own businesses when I was like 23 years old. I only worked for about a year, I think, before I moved out. And I worked in technology and I was always interested in what's next. Back when it was like PC systems, I ended up working in kidnap and ransom and anti-terrorism systems. Then when they deregulated power in Europe, I ended up creating like more advanced multi-server systems. Then when things moved to mobile, I made one of the first CRMs before Salesforce that got acquired. And then when things moved across to mobile, I was always there, but always like a year, 1.5 years, 2 years before, because it was always really interesting what was going to happen next. Even when VR came out, I was like there. I set up a VR game studio, and like we were experimenting with VR and seeing what we could do with that. And so when you saw what was happening in blockchain and how it could be linked to all of these legacy technologies, I could see a gap in that what we could do in terms of digital assets and then what we could do with a blockchain. So where we started was that I'm out here in Dubai, and Dubai is like the place for crypto. Everything that's new happens here first. And the government encourage it. Even when it comes to regulation, everything else that happens there first. And I was here doing a pivot of a company here from like book to mobile, and we did a big exit off the back of that. And then I came from that exit. I thought, okay, let's set up a Web3 company. And we think the areas that are going to have some growth are going to be like NFTs and metaverse.